Welcome to Tu Casa Style.
Good morning, I'm Brittany Flowers and this is Tu Casa Style. As you can tell, Chad is missing, and well, there's a good reason for that. Take a look.
No, this is going to hurt so bad. This is going to hurt so bad. I was challenged by my general manager, boss, Bill Anderson. He called out Mr. Matt Morrow and I, and it was Matt's brilliant decision. Brilliant! To do a dunk tank. A tank. So oh Jesus, this is going to hurt. All right, so I am calling out Brittany Flowers. And two filmmaking buddies, Scott Milder, if you're watching. Scott, you've been called out, and Joshua Klein, you've been called out.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Ryan, would you like to do the honors? All right, so Ryan Grange here is going to go ahead and dunk him. All right, Ryan, go ahead and step on up. Here we go. All right. Goodbye, Chad. Do it. Dad!
Button, dang it.
All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, Liz, hop on up there.
Here, hold my towel.
You got it. I got the.
Wait, it's gonna break. Oh!
Didn't go down. All right, help her out. She's just short. She's only short. Oh,
Short.
She's too short. Too short.
Help her out. She's short.
Well, that's what she said, because she was like, somebody's going to have to help me. I'm only 5 feet tall. We have to help me out.
We tried to get her out. I was kind of worried. I was like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
She's going to have to
Bye,
wait till all
Liz.
this thaws.
You're going to be a mermaid now.
Yeah. That was something else. I'll tell you. That'll wake you up. You know, I'm a big fan of coffee, but nothing wakes you up like 40-degree water. Just
boy.
getting dunked in it. Well, of course, that was our take on the Ice Bucket Challenge, and over the last few months, social media has brought awareness to ALS through the Ice Bucket Challenge. Now, ALS is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, which is a progressive disease that affects nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord.
And one local family knows the struggles and importance of bringing awareness to this disease when their son and brother, Pat Grange, who is a former Albuquerque High and UNM soccer star, lost his fight with ALS in 2012 at the age of 29. And joining us now is the family of Pat Grange, Pat's parents, Michelle and Michael Grange, and brother Ryan Grange. And we're missing Casey. Just missing Casey. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Yeah, so tell us just a little bit about Pat and the journey, unfortunately, that he had to go to. How was it discovered that he had ALS?
Well, he had an issue with his ankle.
Okay.
He came to us and said, you know, I can't, because he's still playing and coaching and managing a soccer arena, and he couldn't get any push off his ankles. So we talked about, hey, maybe go see a PT and see what's going on. And so he got some exercises, but that didn't help, and then it just got worse where he had a hard time walking. So you know, ALS is a kind of disease where you rule out all other disease first. So after a couple months of going to doctors and doing different tests, eventually he went to the neurology clinic at UNM and found out he had ALS.
Yeah. So, Michelle, what's your take on the overwhelming support for the organization through the Ice Bucket Challenge?
We couldn't be happier. This time last year, ALS made like $2 million, and now we're 78, 79, and ALS is really underfunded. It's a low occurring disease, 30,000 Americans, and but it's a terrible disease. So we're so excited about the money and the research that can be done, and hopefully a cure, a cause, a cure for the cause, what the cause is.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, I think as of this morning, the number was approaching 79 million, if it hasn't hit that already, and over 600,000 participants via social media. So Ryan, tell us a little bit, what do you want people to know about your brother?
Well, he's a great guy, you know, and I think just the impact that he's having on the disease. He was diagnosed, and you know, a lot of people when they get sick, they kind of, you know, they go into their house, they don't really come out in public, and he wanted to let everybody know that, you know, this happens and we need to try and do something about it. And so he was, you know, very adamant about getting out in public and making everybody realize what's going on, and trying to, you know, at the same time try and help himself, but also help everybody else who gets the disease too. So if I had, you know, anything to let him know about him, is just that he's a good guy, and yeah, it's a terrible disease, and
Very brave. I mean, it's a very brave choice to do that.
Yeah.
To be very vocal about it and try to prevent others from from getting it.
Right.
Yeah. So, if there's another family who might be going through a similar situation, what are tips that you have for them?
Well, Carrie and the ALS Association in Albuquerque is a must because they're very knowledgeable. They know, all the ins and outs of where you need to get connected because it is so overwhelming. You're at a loss, and it changes so fast that you just can't stay on top of it. So we always talk about there's no way anybody by themselves who had this disease would be able to manage it, and so you need a lot of outside support.
And one thing that that Pat taught us, and pretty much everybody we know, is enjoy each and every day. You get diagnosed with any disease, you want to, and even if you're not sick, have
That's really
every
the
day
key
counts.
is making sure that even, because when you're pressed with that, a lot of times you're in a position where you start regretting it, but you don't want to get to that. You want to enjoy every day, every
Right.
second with the
Yeah.
loved ones and with what you do. Well, guys, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
part of this morning. I mean, obviously we're having a lot of fun with the Ice Bucket Challenge, but at the core of it, we want to prevent this disease. We want to find a cure for it. So
And
thank
we
you so much.
we
Well,
applaud
thank you.
you.
Yes.
Good sports.
Yep.
Thank you.
Boy, I'll tell you. Yeah. If you wanna wake yourself up, jump in an ice bucket. All right, time.